Welcome in, everyone. It is a peaceful Monday. I hope everyone is having a good Monday. The stream will be starting shortly. Today's study session is going to focus on professional development and use of self. Then I get to move into the meat of my study, which will be exciting. If you want to share what you are studying, you can type that in chat. Or just, let me know what you're up to today. I would love to know. For those of you that are new, we do the Pomodoro method for body doubling. So we'll have a 25-minute session to start with a 5-minute short break. And then we will continue to do another 25-minute session. Usually during the second 25-minute session, I let chat decide whether I share what I've been studying or we continue doing a silent session. And then we have another 5-minute break after that. And then studying closes and we move on to gaming. Hello, Taylor. Welcome in. Good to see you again. Here's always. For those of you that don't know what body doubling is, it is a productivity strategy where a person works alongside someone else, usually providing quiet and non-judgmental presence. It helps increase focus, motivation, and accountability for individuals with neurodivergence or ADHD, or just people who have a hard time with procrastination or a hard time focusing. I myself have had great success with it, so I use it often. It's what gave me the idea to do it here. All right, we will begin. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you got your snicky snacks ready. And your hydration for your studying. All these things are important. Nice 7-stream watch streak. Way to go, Taylor. What? Okay. We're gonna start the 25-minute session now. So, everyone, get ready to focus. short break begins. I did not get as far as I wanted to because I got sick from having to take my inhalers. Your dad is okay. How did everybody's studying session or focus session go? I hope it was good. Oh, your waifu. You're already tired. I feel that. I'm tired too. Did you not sleep good? I ask mostly because I slept like ass. It's a common occurrence for me. Woof. Yeah, overheating at night is never good. I am not a fan. Taiwan. Rotisserie chicken sounds tasty right now. I'm hungers. Well, break is over. I hope that was a bit refreshing from whatever you were focusing on. Do you guys want me to go over what I was studying? Or would you rather focus more? Up to you guys. Teach you? Ugh. I'm not good at teaching. But yes, I will share what I read, even though it wasn't much. Due to getting sick. And having a coughing fit in the middle of studying. That always ruins stuff. Let's see where to start. The most consistent factor associated with beneficial outcomes of helping relationship is a positive relationship between a social worker and a client. But other factors, such as a social worker's competence and the motivation and involvement of a client, are also influential. And then it goes on to talk about the key practice roles in which social workers take up. We act as consultants, advocates, case managers, catalysts, brokers, mediators, facilitators, instructors, mobilizers, resource allocators, and more. The main ones are advocates, brokers, change agents, counselors, and mediators. So I will discuss those. As an advocate, social workers champion the rights of others with the goal of empowering the client system being served. Social workers speak on behalf of the clients when others will not listen or when clients are unable to speak for themselves. Social workers have a particular responsibility to advocate on behalf of those disempowered by society. As a broker, social workers are responsible for identifying, locating, and linking client systems to needed resources in a timely fashion. Clients' needs are assessed and potential services identified. The broker assists in choosing the appropriate service options and assists in negotiating the terms of service delivery for the client. Social workers are concerned with the quality, quantity, and accessibility of services when obtaining this role. as a change agent. Social workers participate as part of a group or organization seeking to improve or restructure some aspect of service provision, working with others using the problem-solving model to identify the problem, solicit input, and plan for change. They act in a coordinating manner to achieve planned change at multiple levels to help shift the focus of institutional resources to meet identified goals of clients or the broader society. And I added the broader society because, well, social workers work on micro, meso, and macro levels. And let me break this down for you. So micro is individual, meso is group, and macro is community and organizations. And it often is also political atmosphere. As a counselor, social workers focus on improving social functioning, help client systems articulate their needs, clarify their problems, explore resolution strategies, and apply intervention strategies to develop and expand the capacities of client systems to deal with problems more effectively. A key function of this role is to empower clients by affirming their personal strengths and their capacities to deal with problems more effectively. As a mediator, social workers' dispute resolution is needed in order to accomplish these goals. Sorry, I read that wrong. As a mediator, social workers will carry out the role of mediator and intervene in disputes between parties to help them find compromises, reconcile differences, and reach mutually satisfying agreements. Mediators take a neutral stance among the involved parties when doing so, and often act when dispute resolution is needed in order to accomplish goals. It is important to keep in mind that the primary role of social workers is to act as a resource, assuming various roles depending upon the nature of client problems. So oftentimes, I will say this with great importance, social workers will actually take on multiple roles at the same time. Like, my therapist, for example, is both a counselor and a broker and an advocate. She speaks on behalf of me when other people will not listen. She'll write me documents for my doctors or for my care coordinator for my health insurance if it is needed. She will find me resources within my community that I need. if I am having a hard time finding them myself. And she helps me improve my social functioning through therapy. And my therapist is a master level, like, LCSW. So she is a licensed clinical social worker. So she has her master's degree and she has her clinical license. But she's also got her psychology license. Because she went through a lot of schooling. Because she's special. She put in all the work. Not all the work that I'm willing to put in. Yes, Tayo, I gotta put in many hats, so to speak. When working with clients, it is important to keep in mind transference and counter-transference. So transference refers to the redirection of clients' feelings for a significant person to a social worker, and it is absolutely normal. It is needed to progress the client relationship and often the goals in which you want to overcome with the client. Transference is often manifested as a neurotic attraction or rage, hatred, mistrust, parentification, extreme dependence, or esteemed status of the social worker. It was first found by Sigmund Freud, and he thought that it was an obstacle to treatment. But he was wrong. He learned upon further analysis that it was actually the work that needed to be done. So, it is important to keep in mind when working with clients that transference is perfectly normal and often needed in order to progress. My therapist once told me that it signifies a strong bond or a growing bond between the client and the social worker. And oftentimes, if you respond poorly to the transference, you can damage the relationship you have with the client. So it is important to respond empathetically to transference. Now, countertransference is bad, is a no-no. It's something that you do not want. It is defined as redirection of social workers' feelings towards a client. It is the social worker's emotional entanglement with the client. And when working with a client, a social worker wants to have what I imagine as a window between the client and the social worker. You want to be able to see them clearly, but you still want a wall.
The next part I read about was self care, which is something that is truly dear to me, and I really don't need to read about it or study it further, but whatever. Um, it doesn't hurt. And sharing it with you guys is good. I'm speaking to you, Ribby. Since some of you may not know how self care actually what it entails. So, self care refers to activities and practices that are done on a regular basis to reduce stress and maintain and enhance short and long term health and well being. Self care also refers to enhancing overall well being. This is not limited to identifying and managing general challenges, becoming aware of personal vulnerabilities, achieving balance in life, taking care of physical and psychological health, managing and reducing stress, honoring emotional and spiritual needs, fostering and sustaining relationships, and achieving an equilibrium between personal needs and other demands in life. So it is very broad, broader than most people think. And it is something that takes a lot of practice to get a hold of. It's a lot of trial and error to find what works for you, too. You may think that a bath helps reduce stress, but really it doesn't. It feels nice, but it doesn't really help your emotional well-being at all. I I have to pick and choose when I take a bath because sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't. For my psychological health. But it's still good for my physical health because hygiene is important. So, the next thing I read about was burnout, secondary trauma, and compassion fatigue. So, these are all things that social workers face when working with clients. They're all things that we don't want to have happen to us, but that often do. Burnout is a state of physical, emotional, psychological, or spiritual exhaustion to the social worker. It is manifested by cynicism or a lack of satisfaction in working with clients to resolve their problems. It is characterized by emotional fatigue and feeling inadequate due to not being able to change a client's life circumstances. Factors that can contribute to burnout include but are not limited to the client, the organization, or contextual variables. So really anything and everything that has to do with working with a client can contribute to burnout. Secondary trauma relates to the behaviors and emotions that result from knowledge about traumatizing events experienced by clients and the stress resulting from helping or wanting to help them. Symptoms of secondary trauma mirror those experienced by the primary victim of trauma, including but not limited to insomnia, chronic irritability or angry outbursts, fatigue, difficulty concentrating, or avoidance. That often results from engaging with empathetic relationships with clients who have traumatic experiences and have witnessed effects of those experiences. So, for example, if you're working with veterans or rape victims or children who are in group homes and foster homes, who have been abandoned and neglected or abused. Domestic violence is another one. Even addiction is another one that has a lot of secondary trauma associated to it. Social workers work a lot with these types of clients. Yes, daily exercises and walks are very beneficial. I agree. I am very bad about doing them myself. Mostly because of my asthma. And because I'm kind of lazy. Lastly, compassion fatigue is best defined as a syndrome consisting of a combination of symptoms of secondary trauma and burnout. The overall experience of emotional and physical fatigue that social workers can experience due to prevalent use of empathy when treating clients who are distraught and experience emotional pain. Compassion fatigue tends to occur cumulatively over time, whereas secondary trauma may have a more immediate onset. Social workers who treat victims of trauma can find that secondary trauma may contribute to overall compassion fatigue. In order to manage the effects of burnout and secondary trauma, and in an attempt to prevent compassion fatigue, social workers must engage in self-care activities. And we are really taught that in school. So, like we had workshops on that shit. And some of them were actually fun. But yeah, that's everything that I read. And it looks like we have 30 seconds left anyway, so that was about spot on. do a 5-minute break to let you guys digest all of that good information that I just shared with you. I didn't finish that section though, so I guess I'm not getting into the meat of my studies yet. Your waifu. Yes, I know. Rotisserie chicken. Nom nom nom. It's so tasty. Like, I could go for a rotisserie chicken wrap right now. Since we are on a break, I'm gonna go hit the bathroom and then I will be right back. He never lets me do it while the other game is open, so I always have to exit it and have a little bit of downtime. Tata, your biscuits are like legendary. I would love to try them. And Tater's gonna eat the other 6. Yep. Called it. Okie dokie. Itchy. We're going to set a board game and put it back in a box. Unpack the box with mom's food. The dog is stuck. Festive food on the table. I guess that one doesn't count as the festive food. There we go. Small baby Rufus. Where's the small baby? Oh, there he is. Put away the board games. Gotta have this stuff in the spots that... Like... Why? Just why? Put the board game away, but where? Where can I put it? I want to put it on a shelf. We'll go there. Yeah, it'll go there. Okay. I guess it can go there. That already has a lot of light. So we're just better off putting the light stuff over here. I wanted to put there. Big bowl can go there too. Put broccoli pots on tray. Where's the tray? Oh no. Okay. It's really not a good spot for that. Hmm.
find. I'm still confused where the clay pots are. Okay, here they are. There we go. Time to put plants places. Needs light, needs humidity. I thought this was the gaming room, but I guess it's not. Is this the gaming room? No? This has to be the... right? This is Helena's bedroom. Got... There we go. I'm still confused as to where the gaming room is.
Oh, I bet you it's this room. And I'm just special. Ooh, capybara, 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 capybara. Guys, sneak plant. They're both of the new plants. There we go. We'll do these ones. They're worth most points. It is a cute game, Asriel. You would get ficus and go up to the second floor again. Get these ones. We need the new ones. They can go right here. Oh no. We can't do that one. We'll have to do this one. And this one. We don't have enough of the points for it. Needs light, needs humidity. Gotta move all these board games to the gaming room. That's 3. Let's see. We're just missing 1. Is it this one? Aha. It is that one. I'll just move it there. Find a projector, put it behind a sofa. Ta-da! Find Helena's present for Grandma on the 2nd floor. Ta-da! Found. need spider plant. We'll do a lily. This one just needs light. Actually, I think, oh, whatever. It does go better there. Birds of Paradise and another ficus. They don't like each other, apparently. I forget about that. A succulent. And a desert rose. I feel like this first floor is really lacking some plants. Ficus and prayer plant. A palm. Another prayer plant. Oh no. I'm glitching out. Those like each other. A begonia. And elephant ears. Oh, sorry, Azrael. It's going good today. I'm just a little sweepers from studying. Let's see.
honey in that room now. Guess I'm in the kitchen. I don't know. Someone along this window would be good, though. Oh, the money tree is new, but I don't have enough points for it. A girl. This game is so relaxing. Ooh, I earned 1,000 points in one chapter, you guys. I did it. Ty, yeah. You're making you yawn. Hi, did I miss anything? You were just in time. Hi, Frida. Should I call everyone to the yard, honey? Yes. Grandma, can I have a pie? Of course, Nunjaka. Hugo, you take some too. Thank you, Oksana Ivanovna. Can I have one too? I could eat a whole bucket of them. Of course, dear. Jurgen, give this to Frida. Here you go, Frida. By the way, I thought your brother was coming too. Sorry, he's stuck at work. I think he's shy. I'll set up a meeting for you next week. Oh, okay, thank you. I'd like to meet him. Who do you want to meet? My brother. Good job, Frida. Your son drags his feet. If you don't push him, he'll just sit there. Mom! It's so wonderful that you've gathered us all here, my daughter.
I no longer worry about you. 30 years ago, when we moved to this country, I didn't expect our family to grow this much. Grandma, would you be so proud of you? She also loved it when everything around her was blooming. You're so much like her. Thanks, Mom. I've been thinking about something. What's that, Mom? I want to go home to my mom. You and your brother have made a nice life for yourselves here, and it's time for me to visit my family and friends before it's too late. Do you want to come with me? Yes. Really? How wonderful. I love you, my darling. I love you too, Mom. Happy Yuksaka, everyone. Happy holidays. Happy summer. Yay, finally summer. Happy holidays. Woohoo! Happy Osaka, my dear. Happy holidays, Mommy. Oh, finished the game. Looks like we finished it. Ta-da! That was very short. I was expecting it to be a little longer. That's okay though. Next week we will start playing Bunhouse, I think is what it's called. No chance to get the plants. Yeah. I'll worry about that later. Off stream. Maybe. I might chase those plants on stream. Who knows? Oh no, 40% to Hades. Oh boy. Oh, you unlocked creative mode. Interesting. Well, the funny thing is that stream is coming to a close anyway, so we finished it right in time. Just like with a couple minutes to spare. So we'll just end a couple minutes early. Actually, let's see what creative mode does. Looks like you can pick any chapter. Except the DLC. No, I did not pick up the DLC. Yep. Adventure for another time. But yeah, looks like we got all of the African violets and the bamboo and the basil. We were missing 2 begonias. Got all of birds of paradise and the cactus and the Chinese evergreens. We would have had the Chinese money plant if I hadn't been out. Had all of the coleus and the desert rose and the elephant ears and the ficus and the lilies. Oh, correction, we would have had the money tree. Not the Chinese money tree. We had the monstera and the orchid and the palm. Missing philodendron. Had all poinsettia and pothos. Prayer plant and snake plant and spider plant and succulent. ZZ plant. We're missing a vegetable and sea blooms. And then we're missing the DLC plants. So we almost got all of them. We did a pretty good job for the first run through. But yeah. Good job, everyone. Much love. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you all for coming in. Oh, itchy foot. Bye, Ezreal. Thank you for stopping by. Bye, Baby Frog, Tewa, and your waifu. And all of my workers. And Ty, I guess. He's sitting in the same room as me, so...
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
You guys have a good day.